So this is the second section for the sketch. So we are looking at the complete square format. So in this section, I will assume that they already complete square for you. Okay, so if something has been completed square for you, you must be able to tell whether it is a smile or a set face graph. So again, right, if you got a 1, you will get a smile graph. If you have a -1 outside the bracket, then you will have a set face graph. So in this case, the turning point is read directly from the format. Okay, so I'm going to show you how do you read it. So for the one on the minimum point, this part will be the y coordinate. And this part, when you set it equal to 0, that will be your x coordinate. So the two of them will be the same thing. Maximum or minimum, they look like they will be the same. But one is a maximum, one is a minimum. So here, this is the minimum, whereas here will be the maximum. And in the middle, that will be the line of symmetry. So this part will contribute the line of symmetry. So here is always a vertical line that cuts P. So that will be the basic idea. So again, this is a sketch. So the same checklist will apply. Turning point. So in this case, the complete square gives you the turning point directly. You don't need the x-intercept so that you can calculate the turning point. But then you still need to intercept to show. So for example, here, it cuts somewhere here. So you actually need to show. So you also need to have the y-intercept. It's the same checklist, it doesn't change. Okay, but sometimes you may not have the x-intercept. Like for example here, if you look at this graph, it's above the x-axis. So there are no x-intercept. So don't be worried if, let's say, you couldn't find an x-intercept. You might not get answer for x-intercept. So that's fine. Okay, so whatever is it, we will have the checklist, turning point, x-intercept, and y-intercept. Okay, so first example on this, it is a smile graph here. So it is a minimum graph. And from the complete square format, we're supposed to tell the turning point directly. So how do you tell the turning point directly? This will be the y coordinate. Mentally, you let this be 0. You will get the x coordinate. So that will be the turning point. And the line of symmetry will correspond to the x coordinate of the turning point. So it will be x equal to 1. Okay, so with the turning point, I can continue with the sketch. So again, I need 3 items. I already gotten the turning point. So right now, I'm going to check for my y-intercept. X-intercept. So as you try to get the x-intercept, if this is what you've gotten, then there will be no solution. No solution because if you try to take square root on a -3, you realize that your calculator gave a math error. So there won't be x-intercept. Okay, let's try to get y-intercept by putting x equal to 0. So now I got the 3 sets of information. But out of these 3 sets, it seems like only this. How am I supposed to draw with this? Well, you can still draw, bearing in mind that it is a small graph. So you bear in mind that it is a small graph. So that will be the turning point. And the turning point is meant for you to join into a small graph. Turning point, y-intercept, and you are expecting a small graph. So that's how you draw the sketch. So not to worry if you don't have the x-intercept, it's fine. It's possible because as you can see, the graph is entirely above the x-axis. So there won't be any x-intercept. Okay, so another one, I'm showing you a set face. How you know it's a set face? This is a -1. So for the shape, right, it's a maximum graph, set face graph. Okay, so we are going to state the coordinates of the turning point. So by now, I hope you can tell straight away. This is the coordinate y. You set this to 0, you will get x equal to 2. So I got my turning point. And when I got my turning point, I also get my line of symmetry. So the line of symmetry should correspond to the x-coordinate of the turning point. Then we go to the sketch. I only got the turning point. I need my x-intercept. So this time round, are you getting any answer? It seems that you will be possible to get 2 answers. One answer will be equal to 1, the other answer will be equal to -1. So eventually, this is my final answer. So I still need my y-intercept. So for x-intercept, we just have to punch calculator. So I will get -4 plus 1. Okay, so let's do a checklist first. Do you have the turning point? Do you have the x-intercept? Okay, do you have the y-intercept? So if you observe all the x-coordinate, you just need it to be positive. 2, 1, 3, 0. So you just need all the x to be positive. Okay, then you look at the y-coordinate. -3, 0, 1. So I get a 1 here. I better get a -3 here. Okay, so okay, like I say, I always plot the x-intercept first. So that's my x-intercept. And then I will did I make a callus? and 3. Oh, sorry. I draw my number line quite bad. That's why it looks a bit confusing. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. My intercept is here. Then this is my line of symmetry. My turning point is here. And my y-intercept is here. So again, I'm going to join them up. So that will be the equation that I wanted. Okay, so that's how I draw a sketch. Whether is it factorized form, complete square form, you just have to have the same checklist. So your working should match the checklist. Then you draw. So this one, I'm expecting a set face, and I really do get a set face. So have some expectation in mind first. So if you expect set face and then suddenly a small face appear, you must have done something wrong. Okay, so it's the same thing as in A math, you also be sketching. So it's the same idea. Have your 3 blocks of working. So do I still have the 3 blocks of working? Yes. For the sketch by the complete square, I still got the turning point. I don't need to calculate. I still got the x-intercept. I still got the y-intercept. So every set of working for sketch, you will need 3 blocks. Then you draw according to the 3 blocks of information.